Normally, my preferred method of hair removal is just shaving. I find that simple and quick and also very portable. Obviously for special occasions like going on holiday, I do waxing sometimes, but I don't really do it on a regular basis just because it's time consuming getting appointments and there's quite a lot of fuss around that as well. I have tried laser hair removal before in a salon just for the underarm area. I've had about 3 sessions so far, but haven't really seen that much change, so I'm hoping that I will see some in the future. I was definitely looking for a method of hair removal that would be really simple and easy, and of course the main benefit of the E-swin is the fact that it's permanent after 6 sessions. So for me that was something that could save me a lot of time as well as money, constantly having to buy razors or booking appointments for waxing and so on. And also, as I have very sensitive light skin, I find that shaving really irritates me, especially in sensitive areas, as well as waxing. So I find that the E-swin doesn't actually irritate my skin at all, and it's also quite painless. It's much less painful than waxing, and apart from a little bit of heat, you don't really feel any kind of pain. And I really think it's worth it after a few sessions. Well, at first the machine looked quite intimidating when I looked it up online, but once I saw a demonstration of it, it actually seemed quite simple and straightforward. The keypad, the touch screen is very easy to use and it's very intuitive, so you just pick your hair type and the colour of your skin and kind of go from there. Setting it up doesn't take very long. And I find that, for example, for just one leg it takes me about 45 minutes, but it's quite easy to do other things while you're doing it. It's not like you have to sit in the bathroom and just use it. I'd actually used it while watching a film, so it kind of made the time pass quicker. With 3,000 flashes per bulb, you can really share it with your friends and share the cost. I would definitely recommend it to my friends who've had some sort of laser hair removal in salons and haven't had very good experiences. For some of them, I know they've come back and said that it would cost them £2,000 just to do the lower part of the leg, and that's just one area of your body. Whereas with this one, having it at home, it's convenient. You can use it whenever you need to, and also you can use it on all parts of your body. And with the top sessions, you can really keep the results for as long as you like. I've heard about the various different IPL at home machines. I haven't actually tried them, but I have been reading blogs on them. And for me, I don't think it's really worth spending £300 on something if you don't know for sure if it's going to work. Those results don't seem to be permanent as well. So I think it's definitely worth spending the money once and then having the results for the rest of your life, rather than spending £300 and maybe having results for 6 months and then after that the flashes run out. You can't really replace the heads either. So with this, you can keep buying new heads and keep using it. I did have a few concerns, mainly because a lot of people described it saying it was very painful and it burnt their skin. Some of the salon treatments that I'd seen on other blogs where people had excess hair, they actually left burns on their skin where their hair had been. So I was quite worried about that because my skin is very fair and sensitive, and I'm not very good with pain. So when someone described it as a rubber band pinging on your skin, that was also quite frightening. But after trying it, I have to say it really doesn't hurt, and apart from maybe a slight redness that disappeared within like 10-15 minutes, there was no kind of adverse reaction on my skin. It was quite gentle actually. Even with shaving, I sometimes get a rash that can last for days, so it was much less painful and much less obvious that I had something done. I've only had 1 or 2 sessions so far, but I have found that especially on my legs, the hair that has grown back has kind of grown back a little bit patchy. Like there are some areas where the hair was before that there isn't any now. And I think that the more sessions you have, obviously, the less of the hair grows back. Well, the E-swin's pretty simple to use. You just kind of turn it on and the screen lights up. And all then you have to do is just use the instructions on the screen and, for example, choose whether you're a man or woman. So I'm a woman. There we go. And then you just choose like how thick your individual hairs are. So I normally go just for the 3rd one there. And then you choose your skin type from light to dark. I'm pretty light, so normally just take it on the lighter setting. And then you choose the intensity of how intense you want the flash to be. I normally have mine quite intense, It really depends if you're really sensitive to pain. I mean, obviously you don't want it too intense, and if you're using it on a very sensitive area, then you want to keep it low. But for me, about the fourth one, or sometimes even the fifth one, is okay. I've never really had any problems with it causing irritation or anything like that. So then just press the play, and then it tells you all the things that you should be looking out for. Like, obviously don't use it anywhere near water, make sure you've read the booklet, and make sure that you are wearing your safety goggles. So you just want to press so that you've done all those things. So now we've selected all the right options for our skin type, I'm going to put on my goggles. And here it's saying that it's ready, the light is green, which means we're ready to go, and also it's telling you the number of flashes you have so you can keep track of your usage. So before you start, obviously you want to shave the area. This is just a precaution so that your skin doesn't get burnt, because it reacts with the melanin in your hair, so you don't want any hairs visible, and it will just go straight to the root. You can shave the area on the day or just beforehand, and then just apply the gel. You want to spread it out evenly on the area that you're going to treat. And then you want to take the flash and align it on the area that you want, just like so, and then pressing it firmly into the skin, and then pressing in the sides, just like so, and it flashes. It just takes a couple of seconds to cool down, and once the light goes green again and you hear the beep, you can go again. I normally just look for the indentation in the gel, so I can move down and see where I've already done one, and then move on to the next one, just like so.